Hey guys, do you know? China is embarking on the construction of 6 railway lines connecting Southeast Asian countries. This strategic project has caused quite a stir in Asia and the world. But we all know that building railways is an extremely expensive project. Moreover, building cross-border railways often faces challenges such as terrain, climate environment, and political economy, leading to a 30% increase in railway construction costs. So why does China insist on building these 6 railway lines to connect Southeast Asia? What strategic value can it bring? Before we explore the answers, let's take a look at the specifics of these 6 railways. The 6 railways are China-Laos Railway, China-Thailand Railway, China-Myanmar Railway, China-Malaysia Railway, China-Singapore Railway, and the railway from Kunming to Hanoi, Vietnam. At present, the China-Laos Railway and the China-Myanmar Railway have begun operations. The China-Thailand Railway is still under construction, but 30% of the construction work has been completed and is expected to be operational in 2028. The remaining 3 railways are still in the preparation stage, but it is worth mentioning that China visited Singapore, Malaysia, and Vietnam last year. This means that the remaining 3 railways are not far away from starting construction. As for why China insists on building these 6 railways, we can get a glimpse of the mystery through the railway network information released by China. The starting points of these railways all point to one place, Yunnan. Yunnan, a magical land located on the southwest border of China, is rich in flora and fauna, non-ferrous metals, and water resources. At the same time, Yunnan's historical sites and natural landscapes have also attracted the attention of countless tourists, making it an excellent place to develop tourism. However, for a long time, due to its remote location and inconvenient transportation, many high-quality resources in Yunnan have not been effectively developed and utilized, and the tourism industry has also been greatly restricted. This is like a beautiful woman wearing gems, but it is difficult to show her charm because the road is blocked. Therefore, once these 6 railways are successfully constructed, Yunnan will usher in an all-round economic rise from the east, central to west. Imagine that Yunnan's rich resources will gush out like spring water and flow to all parts of the country and even Southeast Asian markets. Tourists also come in droves to experience the magic and beauty of this land. It is predicted that the completion of the railway will significantly increase Yunnan's freight volume and triple tourism revenue. What's more worth mentioning is that these 6 railways will also pass through Kunming, a transportation hub, and be closely connected to Sichuan, Guizhou, Guangxi, and other places in China. This will not only further improve the railway network in the entire southwestern region of China, but also promote interregional economic exchanges and cooperation to jointly create a more prosperous future. From an economic perspective, Southeast Asia's GDP has risen from $3 trillion in 2018 to nearly $4 trillion in 2023, making it one of the most dynamic and potential emerging markets in the world today. But trade between China and Southeast Asia has long relied mainly on maritime transportation, which is not only costly but also vulnerable to weather changes, transportation delays, and restrictions on stopping locations. The construction of 6 railways will open up a new, more efficient, and stable channel for trade between China and Southeast Asia. Moreover, logistics costs will be significantly reduced and transportation efficiency will be significantly improved. More importantly, China, as one of the world's largest oil importers, needs to import more than 500 million tons of oil every year to meet domestic demand. In the past, China imported oil mainly by sea, and most of the oil had to pass through the Strait of Malacca, an important waterway. However, in recent years, the United States has strengthened its military deployment near the Strait of Malacca, exposing China to potential energy security risks. Once Sino-US relations become tense, the United States may use its military advantage in the Malacca Strait to impose an energy blockade on China, which will have a huge impact on China's economic development. With the construction of 6 railways, Middle East oil can be transported directly to China via railway, thus bypassing the Strait of Malacca and reducing dependence on sea transportation. From a strategic perspective, the 6 railway lines under construction in China will undoubtedly form a close and efficient transportation network, closely connecting China with Southeast Asian countries. In the past, due to inconvenient transportation, personnel exchanges between the two sides were greatly restricted. Now, with the improvement of the railway network, the travel time between China and Southeast Asian countries will be greatly shortened, and the flow of people will become more frequent. It is worth mentioning that China, as a country with a history and culture of more than 5,000 years, has always attracted the attention of the world with its profound cultural heritage and unique cultural charm. With the formation of this transportation network, Chinese culture and art, historical heritage, traditional festivals, etc. will be widely spread in Southeast Asian countries, enhancing mutual understanding and friendship between the people of both sides. As time goes by, Chinese culture will spread widely in Southeast Asia and be exposed and loved by more and more people. This will help expand China's influence and enhance China's international status. Interestingly, when we only focus on the immediate benefits brought by the construction of these 6 railways, we ignore their far-reaching significance. As we all know, the success of the European integration process cannot be separated from the help of the Pan-European Railway. It is this railway that closely links the economies of European countries and promotes regional prosperity and development. Today, Asia is also standing at such a historical juncture. Therefore, once these 6 railways are completed, they will be like blood vessels, closely connecting the railway network in Southeast Asia and even Asia. Imagine that when this huge transportation network becomes a reality, trade volume will usher in a blowout growth. It is expected that within 5 years after the completion of the railway network, the volume of cargo transportation between Asian countries will increase by more than 50%. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. With the opening of transportation networks, Asia's energy resources can be transported to various countries efficiently and safely through railway networks. This not only reduces energy costs but also improves energy efficiency. At the same time, the sharing of medical resources and the balanced distribution of educational resources will also be possible, allowing more people to enjoy high-quality education and medical resources, and promoting Asia's development to be more balanced and sustainable. On the other hand, these 6 railways can also connect to the railway network in mainland China, extending north to the northeast, connecting North Korea, South Korea, and even Mongolia and Russia. To the northwest, it connects with Kazakhstan, Pakistan, and other countries, and eventually leads to the European continent. This means that China will build important channels connecting Asia, Europe, and Africa through these 6 railways and further strengthen economic and trade exchanges with other countries. As trade volume increases, the demand for RMB settlement will also continue to grow. It is foreseeable that the RMB will play an even more important role in Asia and the world in the future. I think it is precisely because of these various reasons that China insists on building these 6 railways.